In this I'm going to be talking about in what ways does the trailer use, develop or challenge forms and conventions of real media products. Here in the opening sequence, opening scene, you can see that the femme fatale is putting on red lipstick, and this is a typical convention of the film noir femme fatale, and the colour. This is a typical convention of the film noir femme fatale, and the colour also represents danger and suggests that she is a dangerous woman, as red often connotes danger. Also, you can see here she's got dark eye makeup, which makes her look very done up, which conforms to the convention that the femme fatale will use her sexuality to get her own way. Here in this shot you can see that she's wearing red nail varnish, which also connotes the danger of the femme fatale. This shot gives the audience an insight into the narrative, as it's an over-the-shoulder shot, but it's a low angle of the man looking up to the femme fatale, which shows that she could potentially have power over him, which makes the audience start asking questions. Here is a shot of a city at night, which conforms to the generic convention of film noir, which is being set in an urban scene. We also took this idea from Nightcrawler, as that was set in a city at night, and we thought that those shots worked really well.
You don't give me any attention anymore!
We played around with the lighting of this shot, and we turned down all the lights in the room and took advantage of the candle, which you can see there in the middle of the table. We used the dull lighting to represent the breakdown of their relationship, and this is a typical convention of film noir, as the genre always uses light to portray the narrative to the audience, so that's what we did here.
It's over between us.
Don't you dare leave me!
We used this shot to reinforce that the trailer was set in urbanisation and to show the contrast between light and dark, which is often used in film noir.
Why can't you just leave him?
In this shot back here, we have Adam say to Emily, "Why can't you just leave him?" And he gets no response from Emily, and this shows that the femme fatale's manipulative, secretive side, which are two generic conventions of a femme fatale in the film noir genre.
Just leave him.
This shot is a very typical of the film noir genre, as we have the femme fatale in heavy makeup with an over-the-top fur coat, and she's smoking, which are all three key conventions that are used to represent the femme fatale in the film noir genre. Here's another shot of a character smoking, which is very typical of film noir, as usually almost all of the characters will be seen smoking at least once. Here is our first title, and it conforms to the generic convention of film noir, as we have used the colour. We have the use of the colour black, and it's very dark. We use the titles to help the audience depict the narrative and to show the contrast between what Adam wants and what the femme fatale wants, as you can see here. The first one says he wanted love, and the second one says she wanted a way out, which shows to the audience that she is manipulating him into getting what she wants, which is a typical convention of the femme fatale. Here is a shot of drugs, a gun and money, which is very conventional of film noir, as it connotes crime and danger, which are two typical conventions of the genre.
I told you to get me that money!
Here is a shot of Ben saying, "I told you to get me that money," which is suggesting that it's to do with drugs or some sort of crime, which again is a typical feature of film noir.
We need to stop sneaking around.
Here we have a transition with the femme fatale and her husband at the beginning, and then it transitions into the femme fatale with the man she's having an affair with, which shows her manipulative side and shows that she's using both of them to get what she wants.
The only way I can be with you is if you kill him. You won't let me leave him. If you want to be with me, you do it. You need to shoot him and take his body to an unknown place. He will be at Gillen Drive at midnight tonight. The police won't be about, so you'll be safe. Do it for me.
So here, this piece of dialogue is used as a voiceover to explain to the audience the narrative and to make them aware of the femme fatale's deceitful plan. Yeah.
It's all been set up. He's completely clueless.
Also, we have used handheld shots like this.
We'll be at Jill and Drive at midnight tonight. The police won't.
Like that shot, to create a sense of disorientation, as a typical convention of film noir is to build up tension for the audience and to make them feel disorientated. We then have this scene.
It's all been set up. He's completely clueless. I'll be rich in a few hours.
So we have this scene of Emily talking to an unknown person, which gives the audience an insight into her plan, as none of the other characters know. This helps the audience to understand what the femme fatale is now up to, which helps them to follow the narrative a lot better. We faded out the music here so we could emphasise the importance of this scene, and then we faded the music back in with intense music showing the build-up of the narrative. Here we have a shot of Ben punching someone, and this conforms to the typical convention of film noir, which is violence. Also, the cuts are now getting a lot faster, which building up the pace of the trailer, which fits with the music, so they both build up together, which is gradually building up tension for the audience, which is a typical convention of the film noir genre. This shot shows the significance of the shot of the Brighton Eye earlier on, as we can now see that this is where her husband is going to die. We have made him look very small and very dark to convey to the audience that he is in danger and he has lost his power. The gun in itself here is a typical convention of film noir, as guns are a key convention that you see in almost every film noir film. We have made the use of the lighting in this scene by placing a bright lamp just over the character's head, and we turned off the lights everywhere else in the room to emphasise the importance of him with the gun.
Someone's going to kill my husband.
This shot shows the true personality of the femme fatale, and that she is very, very evil and will do anything to get her own way. The audience now know that she has set up a man to kill her husband. Here we've repeated the opening shot from a different angle and placed it towards the end, having the femme fatale putting lipstick on as a signifier that she was planning something, and now her plan has commenced and she has got what she wanted, and the red lipstick connotes her dangerous plan. We then see a shot of the gun being dropped, which creates suspense for the audience, as they aren't shown who it is that's dropped the gun. Suspense is a key convention of film noirs. We want to keep the audience interested. And here we have the film title, and we took the idea of the smoke around the titles from the neo-noir trailer Brick, and we thought that this worked really well as it could represent the smoke from a cigarette, which is a typical convention of the film noir genre. Lastly, we then have a credit block which appears in pretty much every single trailer, so we've used this as it is a typical convention of the trailer.